Have you ever had to reset up all the settings of a game each time you start playing? This is how good games avoid it. Each time I change a setting, I update the setting system. Meaning, for example, that I send the volume values to the audio manager so that it can calculate what's the optimal volume for each SFX. And then I save that value. For that, I use the Unity's built-in system called player prefs, where you can store booleans, little variables, and that they persist between sessions. But then if I don't load those saved values, the game just completely forgets everything. So every time I start the game, I first check those values and then I rebuild all the settings from that data. And how do I do that? First, I apply all the saved settings to the game. Second, and extremely important, I modify the values on the UI. So what you see in the menu is exactly what the game is using at that moment. But then, what happens when you load the game for the first time, as there is no data saved? Well, I've set up a default configuration so the game doesn't crash. Now you know how good games remember your preferences to make your play sessions better. Which is another interesting thing about game development.